Good morning. Off to a car auction in a little while. Kicks off at 10 o'clock. I've got about an hour and 15-minute drive. Got my eye on a pickup truck. Project number, whatever it is I'm at, I can't remember. The motorhome is a no-go, guys. It's just not feasible anymore. I can't sustain it financially. I've lost complete interest in it. I've been checking the prices of these things. It's not worth anything. So what I plan to do at some point is I'm going to strip all the interior out. I'm going to take everything out. I'm going to take everything, including the insulation, all going, everything. And then I'm just going to either sell a truck online for whatever I can get, or I'll end up scrapping it, which will be peanuts on either way, peanuts. Then all that interior that I took out is going to go for the pickup truck. What am I doing with that? I need one car that can do three things. Firstly, I need to be able to pick my grandkids up in it if I need to. So I need a crew cab. I need back seats. Second, I get a lot of rubbish, and there's been a lot of things I wanted to buy that are too far away, and the Citroen ain't got the capacity to tow or to bring it back. So I need it for that. And the third one, and this is the biggest, I want to make a demountable to go on the back. So we are talking a basic metal frame, wood frame, aluminium skin, all laid out inside, a roof that can lift to some description so I can get more height, so I ain't got to have something half a mile high, a double bed over the top of the crew cab. I mean, side by side sleeping lengthways, plenty of room, but we do need to make some kind of lift up roof for that to happen. Either a canvas one that hinges up, or a full on metal one, aluminium one that can slide up and double the capacity. So yeah, we're definitely looking to do that. That will probably start after Christmas, that one. The trike project I want to do, that's going to keep on hold for the moment. I'm in no emergency for one of those. I don't even know if I'm going to be keeping the bike, because the pickup truck scene is looking expensive at the moment. That could finance the pickup truck that I need. We'll see. I don't know. I generally don't know. None of this is for profit. It's my own personal use and the wife's use. So that's it. We're going to Norwich now, and we're going to put a bid on one truck that I've seen up there. We'll scour through the collection of vehicles. I understand they've got a lot of ambulances up there, but I don't really want one of them. And we'll see what comes of it. I've seen this pickup truck online. I'm not sure about it. 200 and some thousand miles. It's going to be knackered, in it. It's got to be. It's a Nissan Navara, one of the early ones. I'm going to slam a bid on and see what comes of it, and I'll try and record as much as I possibly can on my phone. Right. I am at the car auctions in Norwich, and there's two pickups I'm looking at the moment. There's this Toyota, which I don't think I stand a chance in getting, thanks to Jeremy Clarkson. And there's another one over here somewhere. Now, I've got a friend who's bidding on my behalf, because he's the one that holds the account. I've told him to go no higher than 1,400, because their fees are so expensive. I just can't afford to go any higher with it. So there's this one. Now, I checked it all out. The chassis is solid. Clutch is going to need replacing because it's on the floor. It runs, it drives, everything's working. But I've been watching the prices on a lot of these at the moment, and they're going for ridiculous money, so I don't stand much chance really. But we'll see. Auction will be up in a minute.
Now, MOT, yeah, some of that. 1318. You can see the description there. It's a full price range. Little pickup truck, then if you do something like this in the front, there you go. They put them together one lap then, didn't they, in 2006, 131. They go with these guys, let's go with £800 James if you want to do it. At 800, 800, 900, 900, 900, thinking that £1,000. Saw that man first, £1,000 in front of me at 11 in the door, at 1100, £1,100, 1112 online, 1200, £1,200, 12, 13, 13 bid, 13, £1,300 in the seats at 13 going at 50, 1350, 1350 bid, 1350, 14, 1400, £1,400 there, the 6 down, 14, down 14, all done, 1-4, sold and gone, with you sell £1,400, Amazon 14, 50, 14, 50, 14, 15, 50, bid, sitting down at 15, got a 15, 1,500, done, 15, goodbye, 15, remember 15, final time.
Oh well, I guess we'll have to try again another day. That went for 1,450 quid. I didn't even bother with the Toyota. That ended up close to £2,000 for that rusty old thing. Thanks Jeremy Clarkson for that one. Good work. So yeah, we'll have to come back another day and have another go at something else. We actually did win it at 500 because they mistaken the bid. We didn't actually bid to 5. My friend here, he sort of went like that when it hit 450, and the reason why, even though I got 7 in my pocket, 1,007, it was what, 295 you say? Yeah, 295 for the fees to buy it, and then you said
an 2%.
Well, that would have just killed it. I wouldn't have had the money on me to take it to 5. I just wouldn't have had it, so that would have left me with a bit of a problem. And I've been saying to the wife that we are not going to get a crew cab pickup truck for the money we got in our pocket. Just not going to get a decent one. This needed a new clutch, definitely needed a new timing chain. So yeah, we live to fight again another day. So that's it. See you later. Man, that did not go well. That did not go well at all. I am knackered. A bit disappointed. We actually did win the bids. We did win, accidentally. My limit was 1,400 for this thing, and it turned out that the vehicle was actually in better condition than what I gave it credit for. When I went up there this morning, I was sort of looking at it thinking, online pictures don't really do it any justice. Because I was looking at the seals and I thought, I need to properly look at this. So I wanted to check out the chassis and see if the chassis was rotten. The underside of the vehicle was not too bad. The seals have been welded up with patches. We could have cut those off, got rid of them and put new seals on and done the job properly. But the clutch was on the floor. You could barely feel the clutch, so I didn't have many more miles left in it before that clutch would break. So while I was up there, I did a few checks on prices. Clutch is about 110 quid roughly, eBay prices, and also they suffer with timing chain issues, so I thought, well, maybe it'd be a good idea to sort the timing chain out. That's also about 110 to 250 quid for parts, depending on what part and how much of the kit you buy. This is a lifer. This is what I call a lifer vehicle. I don't intend to get rid of it unless legislation kicks in and stops me from owning it. And with all these ULEZs that are going on around the country, I don't know how long that's going to be for. Unfortunately, we got outbidded at 1,450. My mate, who was doing the bidding for me because he has an account with them, went like that. That was it. 1,400 was our limit. It's as simple as that. The onliner knocked it up to 450, and then I was talking about it and my mate pointed and they took it as a literal bid, and it went up to 500 quid. And then the bloke puts the hammer down. Unfortunately, I didn't catch that bit of the recording, because as soon as it hit 400 I shut the camera down, because there was no point doing any more of this. I ain't got it, so there's nothing to shout about. But I think there's a video in this, so sod it. We'll put it up, but it does end abruptly. I apologise for that. Well, you've already seen that, haven't you? So yeah, they suddenly said, yeah, okay, 1,500 buys it in the room, and they looked straight at us, and it's like, whoa, slow down, slow down. I actually went up there with a lot more money than that, but for every vehicle you buy over 1,500 to £2,000, they want £295 fees. Here's the best bit. Not only do they want that, but they want 2% of the total value if you pay with cash. Surely that's illegal. I didn't have enough to cover it, so I couldn't buy it, and it had to be paid for pretty much there and then. I could have left a deposit, but it meant driving all the way back up with the extra cash. I did have about 30-40 quid in my wallet sitting in the car, but you know what, clutch, timing chain, old vehicle, had little rot holes here and there around it. It's nothing I couldn't deal with. I could deal with it over a period of time, but that clutch was an issue. That wasn't going to last very long. I would at some point be having to put that in the front garden. Now, you bear this in mind, right? I can do the work, but I have to get that lorry gone first. And you guys are waiting for this pickup truck in the back of the garden to be sorted out, you know, my little rat rod. I need to get paint on that before I lay that up for the rest of the season and start work on it temporary. And I'm nowhere near there yet. We've still got to fire the engine up, which I haven't done yet because the weather has been so bad this week. I've got to weld a hole up. I have the petrol to put in it. All right, that job's coming, but it is looking like I'll be doing it over the weekend, moving it. Okay, and I might chuck that video up Sunday night, Monday morning. So yeah, we've got part 2 of the compressor. Oh, that's gone mental on me. That ended up being a fail, but I've managed to turn it around. So tune in for that when I put it up, which will probably be Friday night. There'll be a part 3 to that, and that will be building it up and installing it in the vehicle. Change of plan on how I'm doing that. I'm trying to keep the costs down, so I've got something else up top to do something different with it, but it's still in the same essence of what I was doing before. So there you go. That was my experience, my very first ever experience at a car auction today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was an interesting day. Going back Tuesday, we've got the economical car sales. I'm really not planning on buying anything because economical car sales tell me it's right heaps of poop that just ain't worth touching. And I think these are the trade-ins that people get from dealers and they just chuck them in there. And I think this is the one the scrapyard owners turn up at to get them and then break them after. So there's a lot of cars going for pennies that people probably won't want to buy. I ain't really sure I want to get involved in that. There's going to be a lot of faulty cars. I would have preferred to go back Thursday and see if there's some more come in. Pickup trucks is what I want. A crew cab, pickup trucks. I'm happy with a single cab, but she wants a crew cab because she wants to put grandkids in. Women, I tell you. Right. I'll see you on the next video.